Alright, I am back. So yeah, we should have encased industrial beams getting produced. And I want to head out and do some exploring, but first I want to make sure that we're in a position where we're actually getting that next phase progressed towards. Those requirements are pretty hefty, and I've more or less been ignoring them up until this point. But we have such a power surplus that I think we can start to tackle this. And what I think I'm gonna do is try to just sort of get the phase completed, and then we'll probably be heading towards another big redesign before too long to use all of our new power. But that's a ways off. And in the meantime, I wanted to look at getting some sort of setup together to produce all of the requirements for the next phase. So let's look at these space elevator components. So yeah, let's start with the simplest one, which is smart plating. I was just looking through these. So for the, oh boy, I wish I could move windows. But yeah, for the phase 2 requirement, we need 1,000 smart plating. So 1,000 smart plating means 1,000 rotors, 1,000 reinforced iron plates. And luckily, I'm at least hoping, yeah, we should definitely have enough of those already produced to have the resources required to do that. What I'm planning to do here is basically to set up a little mini production line, probably right off over here where I'm standing, and I'm just going to feed in exactly the resources that are necessary to produce all of these requirements into storage containers, and then I'm just going to dump those through a little purpose-built assembly line that's sole intention is to feed out exactly the ingredients that are necessary for phase 2. So I'll need one storage container sitting here full of reinforced iron plates. I don't think I'm even going to bother to build this on foundations, which is going to get a little jank. We'll see if I regret that. So let's say this is rotors, and this is reinforced iron plates. And then those will need to feed into an assembler. Sort of pushing it off to the side here, because some of these resources will need to feed into multiple things. This will be producing smart plating, and the rates for a lot of this aren't going to matter since it's coming from storage containers. So long as the input rates don't exceed the belt speed, which I don't think any of these will, then we don't really need to worry about it. And this one I might as well try to line up. And that will be our output target for that 1,000 smart plating. So then let's look at versatile frames, and I think this is going to be one of the most complicated. Okay, so versatile frames, we need 1,000. They're produced in batches of 2, so we really only need like 500 cycles of the machine. But you can see our nemesis here, modular frames, so that means we need 500 modular frames in order to get 1,000 versatile frameworks, and that's going to be a struggle. So we're not going to have 500 of those already pre-produced, so I think instead what I'm going to have to do is make those as part of this assembly line. So instead, I need to be looking at the resources for that. So to get 500 modular frames. They're produced in batches of 2, so it's 250 machine cycles. And that means we need 750 reinforced iron plates. And 12 times 250, I think, is 3,000. I was looking at this earlier. I have 3,000 written down, but I didn't use the calculator to check, so good. It worked out. Versatile. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be 750 iron plates, 3,000 iron rods feeding into an assembler which will produce 500 modular frames, and that will cover that requirement. And then, because we need 500 machine cycles, it's 500 times 12, which should be 6,000 steel beams, which sounds like a whole heck of a lot. I don't know what the situation is there, but I'm hoping we have that many. I'm just going to double check on that. I was hoping I was wrong, but no. Okay. So, let's see. So let's make this next storage container iron rods. And the one after that will be steel beams. Okay. So then we'll need an assembler here, which is producing modular frames. And then we'll need an assembler beyond that, which is producing versatile frameworks. Okay, and it needs 2.5 modular frames per minute. We're producing 2 per minute. So this is a situation in which we might as well just overclock. I guess I'll actually hit the target number exactly. There's no point overproducing here. Okay, 2.5 per minute, and then again, the rates of these inputs don't matter so long as they're below 60, because then I'll just use Mark 1 belts and it'll all work out. So this is our reinforced iron plates, so we need to split that. And then one of those will go there. One of those will go there. 2 will go there. Okay. And yeah, in terms of reinforced plates, input here is 2 per minute, which is absolutely pathetic, and this is 3.75. So yeah, still in absolutely no danger from a Mark 1 belt slowing us down. And then you are rods going in there for modular frame production, and you are steel going up there. So I think what I want to do right away is start grabbing some of these. I have looked ahead, and I don't think that automated wiring, which is the last component, I don't think it shares anything with these. And I just want to make sure that I actually have enough resources to cover all of this. I really think we do, because, let's see, I was most scared about steel beams. They come in stacks of 200. That's 30 stacks, which is a lot. Okay, so that should be enough. Again, just to double check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across, 3 down is 24. And then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 stacks. Okay. So now let's go ahead and hook that up. And that should be everything necessary for versatile frameworks. That is definitely the one I was most concerned about. Just to go through the others, we should have, what is it, 6,000? No, 3,000 iron rods. So that should equate to 15 stacks. And that's, yeah, easy. It should be 16 if it was 2 rows, minus 1, so it's 15 stacks. We've lost some to the belt, but I'm pretty confident I put all full stacks in. So, should be correct. Is that correct? 16. Is there some in the machine? No. Should be correct. I guess we'll see. And then iron plates. Let's see, the total for that should be like 1750. So yeah, 17 stacks, and then 50 plus however much it lost to the belt. And then rotors. We should have 1,000 rotors, so 10 stacks plus however much it lost to the belt. Should be good. Okay, so as for the final component, it's automated wiring. So automated wiring, we need 100 only, but that means we need 2,000 cable. Might as well. That should be nice and easy. I'm not really worried about that. And then we need 100 stators. And this is a component we have never produced at all. So 100 stators would mean 800 copper wire and 300 steel pipes. And luckily, I don't think either of those is going to be any significant challenge. So that is good. So let's see. Let's make this wire. Well, no, let's make that steel pipes just to keep our steel ingredients next to each other. Maybe it'll help me remember. And then we'll just put the cable way out here. Okay. So, yeah, 300 steel pipes, 800 wire, 4 stators. Yeah. Because we need 100 of those to get 100 of these. Looks good. And then 2,000 cable. I'll go gather that up. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I should have everything. So that should be 10 stacks of cable and 800 wire and 300 steel pipes. Okay, so again, this is going to be a 2-assembler situation. Excuse me. Okay, as I was saying, a 2-assembler situation. So the first one will be making stators. There they are. Okay. 15 and 40, so no issues. Should be steel pipes and copper wire. And then the second one, actually making our target, automated wiring. Okay, then you hook up to that, and you hook up all the way to cable. Great. So, finally, we just need our outputs. And I'll just go ahead and have each of these outputting to a separate storage container just for safety. I can't imagine any of these are going to fill a storage container with the 1,000 units of something. I guess I don't know what the stack size is. But I have to imagine we'll be fine, even if they stack to 10. Well, not if they stack to 10, will we? Okay. Let's just use... well, I'm going to be fine at automated wiring. I need so little of that. But for versatile frameworks and... well, I can always just stack 2 little ones using my old tried and true method. Sure to put the one down on the other side, or this will have all been for nothing. Okay, so that's making smart plating. That's making versatile frameworks. And let's get that stacked up. Same system. Belt into there. And automated wiring all set up. Okay. Well, now I think it's just a matter of power. Alright, so assuming I've done my math correctly, that should be all that's required to get all of these parts for Phase 2 complete and out of the way. And by the time we get back from exploring, hopefully, we will have everything ready for us, just sitting here waiting. That one's still waiting to get its first batch of modular frames out of the assembler here. But once that starts producing, should be good. I just kind of want to see all green lights before I go, you know? Oh, did I ever check the ratio between these? This is 5 per minute, and this requires 2.5 per minute. Okay. I could underclock that, but it's not going to matter. All that would be doing is saving power. And with coal, we have plenty for now. And again, as soon as all these parts are finished, we'll be tearing this whole thing down. Just meant to get us through that last push into the next phase. Alright. So, I guess it's time to start talking about exploring. So what I really want to do is get out there and start identifying targets for us to build new factories. Now that we've got coal, and especially now that we've got plenty of power and can pipe it around wherever we need it, with those big power towers to boot, I think we're getting into the era where we can start building more modular factories, where we can look at a cluster of resources somewhere in the map and say, like, what would be best to build here? And then, using all of those resources, we can build a little specialized factory to assemble some specific thing that we need, and then ship it off around the map to other factories, either using tractors or using other means of transportation, which I believe will be coming up in the next phase. I guess we'll see. What I also want to do while I'm out is really start looking for hard drives, because we're getting into a phase of the game where I think that having alternate recipes available can be invaluable. As I said, I kind of want to start building these little specialized modular factories around, or at least that's the goal. I haven't really ever done such a thing before, but I certainly like the idea of it. But I have to imagine that having a wider breadth of potential recipes available to us will help a lot with that. As we've seen before, some alternate recipes let you basically substitute one resource for another, either with some sort of detriment or even some kind of benefit in some cases. So, for example, in a previous playthrough, I just watching this manta as it goes by, but I had unlocked a whole series of alternate recipes that allowed me to essentially eliminate the need for iron as a raw ingredient. Instead, I used steel for everything. I used steel to make plates, I used steel to make rotors, I used steel to make rods, I think. Used steel to make screws directly, at least I believe. I'm pretty sure I got it to the point where I didn't need iron as a raw resource at all, which was pretty incredible. So I'd really like to start unlocking those. I think it'll give us a lot more flexibility as we start expanding and designing new specialized factories. And finally, I really want to start unlocking some MAM research, and specifically, I really want to start unlocking some of that alien technology tree dealing with Sommer's loops and Mercer spheres. That's entirely new to the game. It wasn't around before 1.0, and I'm really excited to start getting into that stuff. I do think, having brought up that subject, though, it's time to also discuss the concept of spoilers. I'm also loading up on miners, because I expect we might need some as we find more resource deposits out there. But in terms of what I know about what's in this game, I have watched, I'm pretty sure, all of the marketing lead up that Coffee Stain themselves put out for this expansion. But I've tried to stay away from any other information. So anything that the developers didn't talk about themselves, I'm relatively ignorant of, but not entirely. I, am making Satisfactory YouTube content, and I have an interest in watching people's Satisfactory videos, other people who make such things. And I've tried to stay away from any spoilers about what's coming up, but I have gotten some hints or a name drop of something that I wasn't expecting them to mention. And I don't know what anything is, but, even hearing the name of one thing can set your mind spinning on it. So my intention is to not really mention anything before I actually unlock it. At least I'm going to try to. I might hint at some stuff vaguely, but I'm going to try not to be super specific about it. That said, one thing that I have gotten quite a hint about is that it might be valuable to begin our explorations around this arch. I have a strong suspicion, based on some spoilers that I got, that there is useful material over there. I don't know exactly where, but I want to start taking a look in that vicinity. I'm also realizing I should gear up a little bit better for exploration. I don't think I'll need this powerline zipline tool, at least not in the immediate future, but I will almost certainly need nobelisks. And is there anything else? Let's see. Let's clear out. Oh, should I leave the coffee cup behind? I don't know. That feels sacrilegious. Let's see if I can avoid doing that. Oh, if only I had one more hand slot. I'll just leave the coffee cup behind. It's terrible. I feel bad about it. And I do think I want to make some more Nobelisks in case we need to detonate anything that is in our way. Like, for instance, we were exploring around that arch earlier and saw some rocks that need to be blown up. And I think that's the first place I'm going to check for interesting things. Obelisk. Black powder, which requires coal and sulfur. Oh boy. What have I got? Sulfur. I don't think I have any coal. And does it require something else? So it's black powder and steel pipes. Okay, well, I think I'm going to grab steel pipes and then sort of circle around to... Let's get a whole line of these weapons together. I want my rebar gun right next to my basher, right next to my medical inhaler. And then let's equip that object scanner. That might come in handy. And I'm going to try to start our route picking up steel pipes and then heading out towards our Caterium area to pick up some extra coal. And then I think there's a sulfur node somewhere out there, maybe beyond that arch. So I'm going to go poking around out there as well to try to construct some more Nobelisks in the field. Yeah, it's way out there. Okay. Do I have a little stamp there? Maybe I already do. Let's just be on that slug stamp. There's our tractors, working diligently as always, making sure our steel production stays up and making sure our Caterium production continues to sit there doing absolutely nothing, because I just haven't really found much use for Quickwire at this point. Oh. So that's already an interesting little cave. There you are. It's basically inevitable that you'll run into stingers in caves. When we start running into bigger stingers is when I'm hoping that rebar gun will help out. There are quite a few around. So I could swap to this ammo and try to poke them from a distance. But I think they're going to be a little difficult about it. So we really might as well just get in there. I know I heard one. There's a couple. God, they're always so fast. Yeah, they wouldn't be half as scary if they weren't so fast. And the big ones aren't any slower. Some copper up there. Oh. Poison gas. We do have a gas mask. I'm a little worried about filters, but doing fine for now. Oh, I thought Thought that was a big one. This is quite an area. This goes so much farther than I had expected. It's 1, 2. Trying to remember to pick up those stinger remains. I've got to remember that my medical inhalers are available. I haven't felt in need of them really at all yet, but could sneak up on me. Oh, it's a poison plant. Okay. I was expecting more stingers. I think that looked like a big one. Yeah, I see it out there. Really wish the poison plants would trigger on it. Oh. Oh. That's Sam. Oh, wow. Okay. I was actually not expecting to find that here. That is huge, though. That is something I have really wanted to get my hands on. Okay. Are you the only one? Because I don't want it to turn out that there are actually multiple. Honestly, triggering this plant might help, if anything. Because I'm pretty sure the stinger will take damage from this, whereas I won't. Yep, come get me. Just like that. And that is why I made stun rebar so long ago. Okay, and sulfur. I could definitely use some of that. Okay, so let me real quick here make a little crafting bench. Is it the crafting bench? No, it's not the crafting bench. Let me real quick here make a little equipment workshop. And turn it into some black powder. Listen to those voices. Am I burning through filters? Yes. And now, some nobelisks. Now, I'm pretty sure I can blow these things up. You don't look blown up, but something happened. Maybe you're blown up. Sorry, buds. You keep trying to kill me. Okay. So yeah, this is honestly probably what I wanted to find more than anything else. Let's give it a go.
The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM, seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application, as well as a secure method of awakening.
Interesting. Yeah, clearly Fixit is very familiar with all this alien stuff. And I do want to get that Sommer's Loop. Okay, so first of all, do I want to leave portable miners here, or do I want to leave a real miner? Let's leave a real miner. Yeah, of course I can't build you, but I can build you. Good. I was gonna start putting foundations down to, get this looking like a nice area, but it almost feels sacrilegious to cover up this beautiful looking deposit here that's got all these echoey voices coming off of it. I don't know. I'll just leave it be. But I am gonna get that Sommer's Loop. I do love the little, well, even if I suck at them, I love the little jumping puzzles that they've bothered to build in this game. And that's why I try to avoid just, plopping down a bunch of foundations and building a ramp up to whatever I want to grab. Let's try not to fall all the way down. But yeah, even if it's a little more stressful, I generally enjoy trying to tackle these little puzzles. Just feels like a waste, if I were to just completely ignore this part of the game. Maybe I can just grab this from right here.
Cancel.
Okay. Still creepy. Okay. So what's your extraction rate? 60 per minute. Oh, so it does have a purity. Wonder if I could find a pure ore somewhere, probably super hidden. Interesting. So I'm gonna try to route power and conveyors just all the way out of here. I think that once you start building in an area, that enemies shouldn't respawn there, but I wouldn't count on it. So I'm gonna try to just build this up such that hopefully we don't need to venture back into here, at least regularly. We can just, go to the end of the conveyor belt and pull our resources out. I will have to venture back this way if we ever want to upgrade that miner, but that's fine. There's a lot more conveyor belt building than I had planned on in terms of the resources I brought along, so I hope that everything holds out. It is kind of a funny dynamic to come through here the first time and be like, wow, what a beautiful cave. This is such an interesting area to explore. And then to be coming on the way out and being like, wow, what a pain in the ass. How am I going to get my conveyors to run through this damn thing? Yes, the dreaded fart rocks. I think the solution to these is the same as the solution to all poison things, apparently, which is just to chuck a bomb at it. Yes. So yes, these can be destroyed with Nautilusks. Should also consider coming back through here for mycelia. I feel like I'm very, very low on that. Haven't bothered to gather any since the very beginning of the game. Finally see it. Daylight. Feels like it's been so long. Okay, wow. Well, who knew that this was hiding here the whole time? I actually did not. To get this hooked up to power at least. And maybe I'll just dump it into a storage container for now. So that I at least have some getting gathered up that I can use for research. Hey, somewhere deep within that cave, our miner should have just sprung to life. Very cool. Alright, well, I'll come check back on this. I certainly hope that I can check the network. Yeah, there was a minor spike in max consumption. So I definitely hooked something up. I don't think I forgot to hook up one of those power poles, for example. Boy, that would be a drag. Yeah, you got in some hits. So here we have iron. I do wonder if maybe I should sort of discontinue my trucking of coal and just use like some of the local iron around here. Oh yeah, there's a power slug just up there waiting. just use some of the local iron around here to make steel instead. I want to say that, like, ooh, I can't believe I made that. I think that out over that way, there's a whole bunch of other iron nodes. Way more than just this, like, couple that I found here. And so, you know, maybe I should be belting my coal just over there. I don't know. I really don't like having long conveyor lines for resources, but it's not that long. Okay, and there is another node over here. Is this one? Oh, it's normal. Okay. Oh, and there's another one over here. So yeah, maybe this would make a pretty fantastic, fantastic little steel spot. So we got normal, and then 2 impure, maybe? Impure. Yeah, okay. That could be a decent little steel setup. Rather than, you know, trucking the coal all the way across, I would just be pulling it up right here. Just building a little bridge here, pulling it across. Oh, there's some quartz there. I think I'm just a little bit of silica away from an inventory expansion, so let me try to grab this. Right. Have we started getting output yet? No. That is a lot of belt to traverse, though, so I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. And this is partially why I don't like building super long belt lines. Though most of it is just personal taste. There it comes. Little by little. Alright, at least it's working. Alright. I do still have a decent supply of obelisks, so let's go over and take a look at that set of rocks that I had planned to take a look at from the start. Yeah, this arch is sort of the iconic monument of the green fields. Oh. I didn't know you were here. Boy. Yeah, that stun rebar. It is pretty invaluable, at least I think. You get in a handful of hits on something, and then, oh wow. And then you hit it with the stun rebar, and wow, okay, this is quite a pit. I'm concerned about exploring that, to be honest. I'm concerned I won't be able to get back out again. Let's go look for, yeah, these. I swear I'm getting the power slug sound. hello. Yeah, not a power slug, a Mercer sphere.
Your waves laugh at our shores. Our instruments echo in the deep. Do they not pluck the shallow threads?
Can you hear me?
Crescendo, the effigy found the key. Sing more.
I was not created for artistic purposes. I am incapable of singing.
You sing.
Noted.
Yeah, interesting. So Ada is the effigy that they're trying to communicate with. Okay, let's climb up this little rock face. If you hurry past, well, I'm not doing a good job of hurrying past, but if you hurry past those plants, you can generally get by before they start emitting poison. Not the safest approach, but it generally works out. Whereas the fart rocks are always doing their business. Oh, this is quite a little area. Looks like it's just limestone, though. I care about limestone, at least at present, but maybe I'll find some use for more of that. There's got to be something to gather in all of this mess out here, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm really hoping to find crashed freighters with hard drives. Yeah, though admittedly my inventory space could be better. Yeah, let's see. Quartz, I think, is out there. That is a resource that I have not done a good job at locating. Sort of. Oh wow, yeah, a lot of quartz. Okay. Let's try to get out there. I was planning to sort of circle around and not necessarily venture too far. Oh. I don't know what you are. I don't think I'd ever seen that thing before. It could very well have been in the game previously. I just, am not the most familiar. Okay, well, that could have gone better, but it's fine. Let's try to get this thing from just about as far away as we can. There we go. Yeah, the rebar gun is pretty good at dealing with those hatchers. And yeah, I would definitely want to pull quartz out of here. Stamps. Sure. Oh boy, that thing's coming right by me. So yeah, let's just leave a miner here. Sort of mark the area. Even though, you know, we're nowhere near running power out here, the goal would be probably just to extract quartz here and then, you know, ship it to where it's actually needed. too high again. There we go. Yeah, these little flyers can be pretty evasive in the way that they'll pursue you. There's definitely something down there, but I don't want to push too deep with a basically full inventory. It's amazing how much inventory space I'm consuming nowadays. Gonna need to get better about lightening up before heading out on trips like this. But, you know, I might not have been able to get that SAM piped out or belted out otherwise. I don't know if this is one that I've gotten before. It is. Shoot. Okay, so what I should do is, I've seen other people use this trick. If you have gotten one of these crash sites before, just like leave a power pole on top of it or something like that, so that the next time you see it, it's a lot more obvious, because unfortunately you can't dismantle these things. So at least this way, when you see it while exploring next time, hopefully you'll spot your power pole and know that it's not a new site. Well, I want to go back and pick up that SAM. Wherever it is. I've sort of lost track of where we are. I think it's over there. That arch looks familiar. Alright, you are flowing. That's good. Let's take a full stack and hope that that's what we need for at least the next research. Then, I guess we'll circle back to base and try to drop some of this stuff off. Oh, there you are. Real glad I didn't die to those last two hogs right at the end of the journey. It was a little close, actually. Alright, quartz. Yes.
Pocket dimension now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
Good. Glad to hear it. And this. Okay, good. I do have plenty.
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Interesting. And yeah, first, or at least first, I think we've heard them say effigies plural. Ada has said that she's just our personal instance of this artificial directory and assistant. So I assume there are many, many, many versions of Ada, probably with many, many, many pioneers.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
Weird brag. Okay, so I need to make reanimated Sam. Is the recipe for that? Oh, it's just straight up made from Sam. Okay. And how many do I need? 10. Okay, should still be doable, I think. Yeah. So glad to finally be unlocking some of this stuff.
SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
You've transshifted solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, 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 and mind and melody.
Okay. So that finally gets us to the Dimensional Depot, which I'm very excited for. This is something that was mentioned in the marketing for 1.0 right near the end. So I do have some idea what to expect from it. Alright, let's look at making, what is it called? A SAM fluctuator. 6 reanimated SAM. And I think I need 11 of those. Okay, so I'm gonna need to start moving Sam out this way so I can have more ready access to work with it. So I'll probably set up a truck depot to accomplish that. We'll see. Alright. Well, I do think that's probably a good place to stop for now. Thank you for joining me on that little expedition, and hopefully we have some space elevator parts ready and waiting for us to start pushing into Phase 3. I'll be seeing you all again soon. That's going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.